Hello, Gemini. This is Karen, the Forest Empress, and I am here with your June reading for the first half of June of 2017. So I've already pulled your spread, and at the end we will pull a Power Animal Oracle card to tie everything together. So the underlying energy that we have for you is actually your card. We have the Lovers card at the bottom of the deck. So this means that whatever this reading is about for you personally, there is some kind of important choice or decision to be made. You could be conflicted internally about it, and this could have been bothering you in May, and this is going into the first 2 weeks of June too. So there is some kind of choice to be made, and that's kind of up to you specifically to determine whether it is in regards to a relationship or just a business relationship, or for money or for jobs. We have kind of we have pentacles, we have swords, we have cups here. So so there's a lot of things going on mentally, and I think this might be in regards to kind of finances, but it could, because it's a general reading, it could be referring to something else. Only you'll really know. But to have the Lovers come out, you do actually have pretty good relationships with people. So you might need to harness that. Geminis are very good at communicating, and for the most part, if you're a Gemini and you're not good at communicating, please don't yell at me in the comments about that. I had someone do that for Libra, and you might not think that way about yourself, but the potential to be a master communicator is there, and Geminis are very smart and quick-witted too, and usually quick to think of things. And so if this is an important decision that you've been mulling over, I would say to you it's a pretty big deal, because usually Geminis can work through things in their head. So let's see here, because the past and the influence that the past is having is actually the Ten of Cups. This is an excellent card to have going in from May to June. This means that there is some emotional fulfillment in some aspect, and you could be looking at that in the relationship, but there could still be some other red flag or something in regards to the relationship. Or this could be talking about your own personal success, maybe in your job or in money. We do have 3 pentacles in your spread here. If you are not seeing personal success right now, you are on the brink of it with this card coming up. This is actually a very powerful card of fulfillment in a lot of ways. Appreciate what you've done, appreciate how far you've come as you are receiving this wonderful gift that you've worked hard for and deserved. People are going to be having a lot more respect for you right now. So be kind, gracious, and humble, and just, kind of, if you need to take a minute to reflect on how you got to this point, you could do that, because it could help you in the future. But there is we do have, let's see, 10. So we have this 10, and so that's an ending, and as we get into the cards, you'll see that there's a new beginning too. So whatever this is referring to, it's very good. This is a card of success. You can see how happy and rejoicing these people are, because they are very fulfilled and they have everything that they need. Now, for the obstacle in your path, we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. This could be overwhelming. Maybe whatever this is actually kind of overwhelming to you, because maybe you weren't expecting it to happen so fast, or maybe to the caliber that it did, but it did. And so now you could be feeling kind of overwhelmed, and this could be presenting an obstacle to you. That, in that case, you would need to kind of change your attitude about it. If this is talking about maybe somebody that's close to you who is panicking or being overwhelmed, and it's kind of upsetting your energy, you might need to act as the stabilizing force for them. And if this is talking about you, then you will need to maybe find someone who can be your stabilizing force. You do have the Lovers as your underlying energy, so I would say maybe your partner. And if you don't have one, the Lovers can mean actually a lot of things aside from just romantic love. So it could be somebody that you love, but maybe you're not in a romantic relationship with, but you do have a lot of love for them. And the Lovers card also portrays an angel. So you might need maybe to meditate or pray, or, if there's somebody in your life who you kind of think of as like this angel who always gives you advice or helps you out with everything, maybe you should be turning to that person to deal with this obstacle as it comes to you. But, try to seek stability as much as you can, because with these wonderful things coming to you, it can be very overwhelming. So you might need the support of the people around you. And like I said, there are people who respect you a lot and are looking up to you. So make sure it's somebody that you really trust. I always like to think. Now, in the position of influences working in your favor, you could not have had a better card. It is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the beginning of prosperity, because remember we said we could be on the brink of something here. This could be it. And it could be a new job. It could be a new business venture, a new opportunity for money. Somebody could be offering you some money. You could be getting an inheritance. You could be winning some money possibly, and that's going to be really working in your favor, and it could really change things in your life, because you could be feeling a deeper sense of security than you had before, and this could be a windfall that could really change things for you, especially if it's like a new job or something, or an opportunity to move up and make more money over time. That would just be really awesome for you. So this is also a reminder that you have this card for a reason. You've worked really hard to get here. And so appreciate this reward that you are now reaping, and do know that you absolutely deserve it as it's coming to you right now. And it is going to be helping you a lot. There are lots of opportunities to make new money for you right now in these first 2 weeks of June if you are open to them. This is your time, Gemini. This is, we're in Gemini time right now, so be using this energy to your advantage. This is essentially your new year right now, so this is a time of new beginnings for you. And so reap those rewards, because you have them coming to you. Where are we next? Now, for the near future, we do have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So we had this idea of like a important decision or choice to be made. And the Eight of Swords in reverse is reminding us to not hesitate on those decisions. You don't know if they just might go away forever. So make sure that you're using that powerful mind that you have and thinking things through, because you might not need to waste any time on making this important choice. As you're making this decision, stay away from toxic people who are going to muddle up your energy, because they could be putting ideas in your head that maybe are not going to be benefiting you in the long run. And just if it's someone who makes you feel icky, then just don't be around them during this time if you can avoid it. Sometimes there are people at work that you can't avoid, and just try not to engage as much as possible. And so this might be happening in the near future. This card also could mean that while things with the Ace of Pentacles kind of were popping up and you're seeing all these opportunities, you're seeing things starting to come through, you're seeing money coming through, there could be a delay. So, I mean, if you got that new job, it's going to be probably, 2 weeks or a week before you get that first paycheck. And so this could be representing that. Or if it's like a new creative venture or something like that, you might not see the fruits right away, but it is very promising. And this is a reminder that you need to stick with it, even though things might seem tight at the very beginning. You have to kind of give a little to get a little more sometimes, and I think that's what that's saying here. But don't put those restrictions on yourself, because it seems like they're there against your will, whether you like it or not. Sometimes we just have to wait, and there's nothing we can do, and it doesn't seem like it's a very long period of time. It could just be in that first week of June, and then you start to see things improve by the second week of June, going into the third week. But while this is going on, don't take out your frustrations on others. That's just a little reminder for that card. Now, in the long-term future, we actually have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be saying that even though you are have this new opportunity to make money, your expectations could be a little bit unreasonable. So make sure you are being realistic in what you're expecting out of this. If it's a job, usually it's pretty cut and dry. This is what's expected of you. This is what you're going to be getting. But if it's a creative venture, then you don't always know. So it's, think big and have your daydreams and everything, and put what you want out into the universe, but also remember that, like, if you're trying to put it out there, like, I want to win the lottery or something like that, because you got this Ace of Pentacles, like, you could win it, but it's unreasonable to expect that you would. So just remember things like that, and remember what is realistic for you in this situation. But also don't be discouraged, and don't be afraid of failure. It's easier said than done in a lot of cases, but with the kind of promise of that Ace of Pentacles you have in these first 2 weeks, that that is kind of a reminder that you can kind of jump in, but don't let your fears stand in your way as you are moving into this kind of very fruitful time. Now, for the eventual outcome, we have the Empress in reverse. So when the Empress is in reverse, this could actually mean that the creative gifts that you have are kind of being stifled in some way. So maybe you are moving into this new job and there was a promise that you would be doing all of this, or you would have all of these opportunities, or you have all these expectations of you. And maybe it's actually not the case. Maybe you're really going to be doing this, or you thought you were going to be, you know, being allowed to have more creative freedom, and now they're saying you don't have as much creative freedom as you thought you would. So that is why this card might come out. But if you feel frustrated about any of this, you know, I would just channel that through your creative outlet rather than stifling it or holding it in. And, you know, with the Empress here, because when the Empress is upright, it has to do with abundance. When she is reversed, it does have to do with financial restrictions. So maybe the Ace of Pentacles is referring to, you know, you're starting a new business. But when you're starting a new business, there's going to be a lot of financial restrictions at the beginning of it. So you do need to be aware of that. And so save for a rainy day if possible. Now, your Power Animal Oracle card. Let's see who we have. All the cards want to fall out for you guys. We actually have the Swan for grace. Appreciate the beauty inside and all around you. So while, which is kind of interesting that this one comes up. So I almost have to think of like a connection here. And that could have to do with the Empress, because the Empress does have to do with beauty and creative gifts, and the Lovers came up too. So know your gifts, know your talents, appreciate what you have to offer. And so as you're coming into this new beginning that we have with the Ace of Pentacles, just remember everything that you have to offer and appreciate what is around you that you can use to your advantage, I think is what the Swan is saying here. And think about kind of, you know, the Swan in general, all the cards like falling over. The Swan in general, you know, they're very beautiful creatures, but if you get close to one, they will bite you really hard and they will chase you away. And so, so that may be something to remember, that you, as you're starting this new venture with your business or with a new job or with a new money-making opportunity, you know, you could be projecting this beautiful artistic thing, but then if somebody, you know, has something negative to say about it, you could just really rip them a new one, and you wouldn't be completely unjustified in doing that, because it does seem like you have some kind of internal conflicts with making some kind of important decision here, like we mentioned in the beginning. So I hope this resonated with you, Gemini. It does actually look like a very good first 2 weeks of June. A very, very, very happy birthday to you all. I hope you are having a wonderful birthday time. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you in the second week of June. Take care. Bye.